their function or what they're supposed to be doing basically as getting infrastructural development. Yeah, it's part of it, but it's not all of it. Now, as a civil engineer, you hear people saying because of the bad roads. We are going to be pushing either by way of lobbying or by way of policy advancement for our roads to be better. We are going to go into massive youth development and empowerment, human capital development. Principally, you can summarize my aspiration into youth empowerment and rural women empowerment. That's what I want to achieve. Empower the youth by way of employment generation, and to that effect, we are going to have a guest house in Abuja where every Aruchukwu Ohafia son and daughter that is looking for a job can come and stay, apply for a job, wait for interview, attend interview, and that will take a lot of cost and a lot of expenses from the part of the parents. We are going to be doing massive scholarship. We are going to build a sports center for our youth. We are going to provide women with money for agriculture, fish farming, poultry farming, and all that.
Thank you very much, Steve Ochoma of the United Progressive Party.
It is still the Abia election debate, and today it is the turn of Arochukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. We will be taking rebuttals when we come back from the break from any of the candidates if they have rebuttals from what have been said so far. So please do stay with us.
On Abia State election debate, coming up on Wednesday, 16th of January 2019, is the Isialangwa North and South Federal Constituency for the House of Representatives. Lady Blessing Uwoma Nwokenea of the All Progressives Congress, Bishop Wakpa of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Oracle Chukwude of the Social Democratic Party, and Darlington Nwokocha of the People's Democratic Party will slug it out by 3 p.m. live on the partnering media houses, Flow 94.9 FM, Bose 89.7 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Abia Fact Online TV, and all platforms under Online Practitioners Media Association of Nigeria, Abia State Chapter. Stay tuned.
Everybody na chokun, Ihechowa, Unukwewa, Isu, Maman, Abamonye Ruby, Maman, Ututwezama, Unukwewa, Arokibo, Maman, Ohofu the Meze, Unuche, Unukano, SDP, Progress, Arokibo, Ogaherole, Ohofu the Meze, Ogaherole, Kanibakotano Pado, Bonyenkani. Man of the people, Onyekunu na kwato, Chasen katakani geso, na SDP, Ebeseri nyocha Jesus. Onyekunu na kwato, Chasen katakani geso, Bekaika pinyaka, Ebeseri nyocha Jesus. Onyekunu nefo, Chasen katakani geso, na SDP, Ebeseri nyocha Jesus. Onyekai geso, Chasen katakani geso, Bekaika pinyaka, Ebeseri nyocha Jesus. Na SDP Social Democratic Party, Ndi Chukwu tere mmanụ, idozi obodo anyị o, na House of Rep Arochukwu Ohafia.
Vote, not fight. Election, no be war. The 2019 election will soon be conducted. Voters, candidates, and their supporters, as well as the general public, are required to ensure that the elections are peaceful and rig-free. Shun do-or-die politics, violence, thuggery, snatching of electoral materials, or disruption of voting process at the polling unit, or any malpractices that may mar the conduct of the elections. Do not attempt to vote more than once, or harass any voter or any election official. Let us accept the election results with the spirit of sportsmanship. It is our collective duty to make the election peaceful and successful. INEC, making your vote count, consolidating our democracy.
This message is brought to you by Abia State Election Debate Team.
Onye anyị chọrọ Kogawa Opunkole. Iyaineme Obio Chichi. Oyai Choro Kogawa Opunkole. Iyaineme Obio Chichi. Oyai Choro Kojawa Puja Opunkole. Iyaineme Obio Chichi. Oyai Choro Kogawa Opunkole. Aruchuku Ohafia Constituency Malama Onye Berea Opunkole. Iyaineme Obio Chichi. Oyai Choro Kogawa Opunkole.
Good people of Nigeria, the forthcoming general election will be conducted with the use of the card reader. Accreditation of voters will take place in all polling units from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. The voter's name will be checked in the voters register, while his or her permanent voter's card will be verified by the card reader. Any voter whose card is not verified by the card reader will not be accredited or allowed to vote. Voters who pass the verification will be duly accredited to vote. Vote during the 2019 elections. Elect leaders of your choice. INEC, making your vote count, consolidating our democracy.
This message is brought to you by Abia State Election Debate Team.
Nyome merunu na constituency a Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. Jehovah ezetelunu onye yemaka. Jehovah zawu na ekpere. Osuwe ka unu si n'oru wee pụọ. Unu ga-esi n'oru wee pụọ. Oru ndị ekwu ọzọ eme ọzọ. Oru ndị soro okwu ọnụ ma esolo mume m. Dr. Steve Ochomma bụ onye nke Chineke họpụtara ịgara ndị Aruchukwu Ohafia ozi a. Ọ bụ onye ga-aga na ntụziaka nke eziokwu n'ime mmụọ. Ọ ga-aga na ntụziaka nke onye kwu uche ya. Votu ịtụnyere Dr. Engineer Steve Ochomma bụ votu maka ọdịmma nke Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. Ọ ga-eme ka ụgwọ ụlọ akwụkwọ belata. Ọ ga-enyekwa ụmụ ntorobịa ọrụ. Tụnyere Dr. Steve Ochomma votu gị 2019 maka mmepe na mwuli obodo Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. Tụnyere UPP. Bịanye aka gị ebe sere agụ. Jesus bụ agụ na-eche mba.
On Abia State Election Debate, coming up on Wednesday, 16th of January 2019, is the Arochukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency for the House of Representatives. Unamdi Iro of the All Progressives Congress, Okwara Osonwa of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Nko Nkole of the People's Democratic Party, Charles Nkata of the Social Democratic Party, and Steve Ochomma of the United Progressive Party. We'll slug it out by 11 a.m. live on the partnering media houses, Flow 94.9 FM, Boys 89.7 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Abia Fact Online TV, and all platforms under Online Practitioners Media Association of Nigeria, Abia State Chapter. Stay tuned.
All right, thank you very much for staying tuned. It is still day 2 of the Abia State election debate, and of course, we're having the candidates of 3 parties, those that obliged for the Arochukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. And of course, it is time to take rebuters. I think we should start with the candidate of the United Progressive Party, Steve Ochomma.
Yeah, I talked about the incumbent talking about youth empowerment by way of handouts, dishing out of handouts, 40 buses. That is akin to giving somebody who is hungry fish. That's not my vision. That's not my mission. What I want to do is to give our people nets and show them, acquaint them with the techniques of fishing and where they can fish. Now, our youth empowerment scheme will be by way of employment generation. And I've talked about getting a guest house where people can come and stay and look for a job. I'm aware that there is what they call the Zonal Intervention Fund, where money appropriated to each member of the House and or each member of the National Assembly It's been said that you don't have control over that fund, but we know that in practice that's not what happens. But I'm not going to elaborate on that. There is a lot of money by way of constituency project. Again, you may not be aware from research. I think that a member of the House gets in excess of 9 million naira emoluments per month. That's a lot of money to go into agricultural ventures like fish farming for the rural women, like poultry farming, and all that. So when we talk about youth empowerment, we're not talking about dishing out of handouts, giving up buses, bicycle, frying pan, and all those stuff. And we're not also going there to primarily talk about infrastructure because it's inherent in the zonal intervention fund. It said that all you need to do is to identify the projects that your constituents need. And that's what we'll be doing. We're going to identify the projects that our people need. There are a lot of them which we have written down or taken note of, which we are going to be advancing. But we are going to primarily empower the rural women and our youth by way of employment, by way of agripreneurs, by way of giving people seed money to establish trade and all that. Thank you very much.
All right, now the candidate of the Social Democratic Party, Charles Nkata, your rebuters.
You see, in the land of the blind, the one-eyed man is king. My friend, Uko, said he has reactivated the Elu water project. That's white lie. I live there, I come from there, there's nothing like that. It's not working. And I know that doing boreholes in these places, that's not the solution to our water problem. If we go to Ministry of Water Resources and we ensure that the water needs of Ohafia and Arochukwu, or the 8 clans that make up this federal constituency, are taken into consideration, in 2 to 3 years, this will be taken care of. If you want to do borehole to your friends, that's, you can do that. Youths, if you, in the course of doing the Ministry of Water Resources coming to do this, in the course of, I see there are so many things I want to talk about. The road between Umuahia and Arochukwu is been like that for the past 37 years. And all you need to do to solve that problem is to walk and, walk through the desk officers of the Ministry of Works, the Assistant Director, the Deputy Director, the Director of Programs, the Director of Projects, until it comes to the Minister's table. And you ensure that it is approved at the Federal Executive Council. And when it's approved, that is awarded to a competent and capable contractor who is going to execute it. In 3 years, the people will feel the impact. Infrastructural deficit is important. Human capital development is important, because if you're developing the infrastructure and you're developing the human capital, that is the way that the lives of the common man, the youths, every youth that you create, you empower, not by giving them fry pan or giving them cars or those rickety things that he gave. Those things are wasting assets. If they have an accident, that's the end of it. See, so it's not about giving them wasting assets. Give them job. Take them off the street from drinking. Take them off the street from alcoholism or drug abuse. Then you would have properly empowered them. Give one person a job. The person is off drinking. The person takes care of his parents, father and mother, and train somebody in school. Then the multiplier effect will come. If you improve the quality of education, you are improving on the human capital development. If you improve healthcare facilities, the general hospital in Ohafia, it doesn't work. People are dying every day. There is Mben Hospital. That was the first aid medical center. The man died, and everybody is suffering. When I get in there, it doesn't matter what level of responsibility it is. All you need to do is to use your position to get what you want. Because you use what you have as a federal legislator. You know what the needs of your people are. You go and parley with the minister that is in charge, the desk officer that is in charge, and you ensure that these things come to your place, and you move from point A to point B.
Let's move over to Uko Nkole, who is presently in Abuja, and he has been joining this over the phone, the candidate of the People's Democratic Party. Your rebuttal.
Yeah, thank you so much. I want to sympathize with my brothers and everybody, because I want to take them to chapter 5 that of the Constitution that deals about the functions of the legislative arm. You see, when you want to arrogate the powers of the executive, it doesn't work that way. You say, yes, I understand, because when I wasn't there, I was also thinking like you, but today the difference is that I had a plan because I was in the executive arm, having served at such higher capacity. I want to draw also your attention to sections 80 to 81 to 82, 83 down to 84. That is about money bills. My brother, if you don't know how to blend, all these things to bring things to your people, you're at a loss. I was the first person that called a town hall meeting to expose the concept of the zonal intervention project. And I told them what has been coming to the federal constituency has been 150 million naira worth of project. And for me, I called all the town union presidents. I have 86 villages in Aruchiku. You have 26 in Ahafia. You have 8 in Ikoro. You have about 17 or 19 in Abreba. If you aggregate them, we're having about 152 villages. Now, what I did, I told them that 1 million naira cannot even procure an item. Now, we have to aggregate. We have to do based on scale of preference. That's on 2016. Yeah, though implementation has not done to 100%. But with that, I've achieved a concrete bridge at Indebapa. I have done 4 bridges together in the federal constituency. I'm building the largest surface water scheme in Abam. The Chimilelu scheme that supplies water to the half of Africa community has been rehabilitated. The Abreba water scheme also has come on board. As you get a 1 kilometer road, which they are going to asphalt by this year's budget. And also, you talk about education. Yes, I understand the importance of education. I am the first person in the history of that federal constituency that now had a meeting with the teachers to really understand what the problems are. And we discovered that even the full living certificate, that is the basic certificate you have, I have to pay for all the kids. You may not wait to get to the House of Reps. These are things, there are a lot of them I did even before I became the Mori Bridge that was disconnected. I repaired the Mori Bridge even before becoming a House of Reps member. So all these things are in the blood, it's in the DNA.
Okay, thank you.
When we talk about representation as a legislator, if you don't have that power of law, if you cannot blend, if you don't have public service experience, my brother, you need to go and get that experience. And also, like I say, going back to the National Assembly, Hafia will be a ranking House of Reps member, and which in turn will bring a lot of development for us. So, my brothers, I keep saying, yes, everybody will go, but let us encourage the template we already have, to make sure it's about that federal constituency, and also about Nigeria. That is why PDP is the only party that can reconstruct, that can get back Nigeria to working. It's not just about, and it's
all right, thank you very much. Your time is up, please.
Your voice is even lost.
Thank you very much. Your time is up. Now, at this junction, let me reiterate that the debate is live on Flow 94.9 FM, Umuahia Balls 89.7 FM, Aba Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM in Umuahia, Abia Fact Online TV, and all platforms under the Online Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, OMPAN, Abia State Chapter. It is also live on Flow 94.9 FM YouTube page. You can watch the live feed of what is going on in the studio. And also, at this junction, we'd like to take you back to our partnering stations. We will be back in 2 minutes to continue the debate proper. It is still Abia State election debate.
My name is Natu Baba. And some people, they say I'm the superstar. But to me, the real superstars are the people where they go vote for the candidate of their choice without violence. You understand? So for this upcoming election, be my superstar. Go out, go vote. No fighting. No violence. Because election will be war.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. The angel of the Lord declared unto Mary, and she conceived of the Holy Spirit. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at our death. Amen. Behold the handmaid of the Lord. Be unto me according to your word. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at our death. Amen. And the word took flesh, and dwelt among us. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and at the hour of our death. Pray for us, O Holy Mother of God, that we may be made worthy of the promises of Christ. Let us pray. Pour forth the city, O Lord, your grace into our hearts, that we, the generation of Christ, your Son, was made one by the grace of the angel, by his passion and cross, return to the glory of the resurrection, through his death, Christ our Lord. Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit. As it was in the beginning, now and ever shall be, world without end. May the divine assistance always remain with us. And may the souls of the Lord departed through the mercy of God rest in peace. The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. The Almighty God bless and keep you, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. Amen.
This Angelus is sponsored by Sir and Lady Emma Mwabuko.
On Abia State election debate, coming up on Wednesday, 16th of January 2019, is the Arochukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency for the House of Representatives, Unamdi Iro of the All Progressives Congress, Okwara Osonwa of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Nko Nkole of the People's Democratic Party, Charles Nkata of the Social Democratic Party, and Steve Ochoma of the United Progressive Party. We'll slug it out by 11 a.m. live on the partnering media houses, Flow 94.9 FM, Boys 89.7 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Abia Fact Online TV, and all platforms under Online Practitioners Media Association of Nigeria, Abia State Chapter. Stay tuned.
Thank you for staying with us. Welcome back. It is still the Abia election debate. And today, of course, we're having candidates vying to represent Arochukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. And now to the next question. You will be the first to take this, Steve Ochoma of the United Progressive Party. What are the immediate developmental needs of the constituency you are aspiring to represent, and what plans do you have to solve these problems?
Okay. I believe that a lot of emphasis have been placed and made by the previous and the present government on infrastructure and so many others, which for me it's like all tailored towards spending in order to get some gains. I believe the immediate need of Arochukwu Ohafia people is quality education and healthcare. If we educate our youths, our children, if we give quality healthcare to the youths, to the elderly, to the rural women and men, we'll be going a long way to solving the problem in Arochukwu Ohafia. The trickle-down effect will be enormous. So, by way of legislation, we are going to be moving bill or amend existing bill, as it were, to accommodate, to provide for affordable and accessible healthcare. We are going to be moving bill for our education system standards to be upgraded. We are going to be looking at the teacher-student ratio. We are going to be looking at the learning environment by way of teaching materials, classroom environment, and so many others. We're also going to be looking at, by way of policy advancement, that will create a business hub in our Ohafia in tandem with, in conjunction with the Abia State government. Because it's not all about what you can attract from the federal. You can also attract with whoever is at the state or whatever party is at the state. We are going to be working in conjunction with the state government to make sure that the roads to Arochukwu and Ohafia are accessible and in good condition, and that markets, standard markets, are built for our people to carry out their businesses of trading and commerce. We are going to make sure that the government provide accessible roads to our farms, because you cannot be talking about farming when there is no good road to access the farmlands and to bring out the produce. Abam, if you go to a place like Ohike in Abam, you go to Ovuku, you find out that they are farmers. They produce a lot of agricultural produce, but there's no good road to bring them out. And when you produce, you cannot bring them out to the market, then it's all a waste. So we are going to be pushing, in addition to what we're going to be pushing at the federal level with the state government, to make sure that some of these state roads are upgraded or rehabilitated so that people can bring out their produce.
Thank you, Steve Ochama of the United Progressive Party. Now, Charles Nkata of the SDP. What are the immediate developmental needs of the Arochukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency, and what plans do you have to solve them?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'd like to give a background. During the financial crisis of 2008, when American economy was crumbling and it was dragging the whole world down, the way they dragged the world out of it is by encouraging the survival of small businesses. So Nigeria is encouraging small businesses, these SMEs, small and medium scale enterprises. What we need to do is to ensure our people are hardworking people. I need you to know that. Our people are hardworking people and not beggars. If we provide with what is available in the financial inclusion project of the federal government, we encourage our people to build their small businesses. First, they will be able to feed themselves, because a hungry man is an angry man. If they are able to feed themselves, then we can begin to look at other areas, which, as I have talked about, the infrastructural development. Infrastructural development, and I also talked about human capital development. If you make them able to feed themselves, to help themselves, whether it is by trading, by farming, and providing the necessary enabling environment for them to improve their farming capability and competence and capacity, then they will be able to feed themselves and crime rate will reduce. Our youths will move away from the restiveness that we are experiencing right now. So, to put it in perspective, we will ensure that small and medium scale businesses within the context of Nigerian economy are encouraged so that they can get busy. They can get busy, and then we will come in with infrastructural development in terms of roads, in terms of educational facilities, in terms of healthcare facilities, because if they feed well, they will not be going to hospital too often. But you provide the healthcare facilities so that if there are issues like that, there's a place they can go and take care of it, and provide accessible roads so that their farm produce can easily get to where they can either be utilized or sold and make money. If you take care of if there are 5 problems and you take care of 3, you have scored 60%. So that's what my plans are in 4 years. If in 3 years I have taken care of 3 problems out of 5, I would have scored 60%, and that is pass mark. But we can do a whole lot better than that. Our needs are plenty. If it's 10 and in 3 years you take care of 5, the next 5 years you will take care of the other needs, so that we can experience the dividends of democracy. For God's sake, this is democracy, and the national resource belongs to all of us. It doesn't belong to a section of the country where development is being where they are benefiting from what belongs to the country, and we are not getting it in Arochukwu Ohafia.
Charles Nkata of the SDP. And now, Honorable Member Ukonkole of the People's Democratic Party, you are a member representing your constituency. What have you identified as the developmental needs of your constituency? How have you tackled them? Are there more problems? And how do you hope to solve them?
Yes, thank you so much. There are a lot of, from here to Kara, no matter the challenges are the same, infrastructure today and the level of method. But most importantly is quality of life. And what we are talking about is just, we are talking about parties that can deliver this country. It's a national problem. We are talking about voting PDP and Atiku to make sure that things return to normalcy. Look at today, what is the pump price of petroleum? Kerosene that our mothers use is about 300 naira a liter. Is it affordable? Fuel is 115 naira a liter. What of the papas? it is not what you and I can do. You see, it's a challenge that all of us should join hands with PDP and make sure we get the government at the center to vote back Atiku, vote back PDP, to make sure that all these things are corrected from top. If it is not corrected from the executive arm, there is little or nothing more a legislator can do. You can make all the laws. Implementation lies on the hands of the executive. That is what I want the executive and brothers. And also, I want to consolidate on the fact, yes, seeing what I have done, I'm building about 7 roads in the federal constituency. From the intensity of the job we are doing, it's something that, yes, that we need that idea. We need that continuity to make sure that these things are done. Look at it. We talk about human capital development. Like I said, I'm giving about 154% job and counting as I speak to you today. It's not a my job. How about the youth empowerment? Yes, these are the low-hanging fruits we can do. But majorly, what is important to us is to make sure that we have an economy. Like I said, we have a projection of 3.something trillion, revenue flow. And you are using about 2.2 trillion to service them. Out of 8.something, over 8 trillion that has been budgeted. That means half of your revenue is going for debt services. Now, what is remaining? What is going to happen? That means they are still going to borrow, and we are mortgaging the future of this country. So that is why it is on all of us, everybody, to join hands fight to rescue Nigeria. And it's only PDP that have proven over time to have that capacity. All other things will follow. But my promise is that I have laid a solid template, and I'm going to consolidate on them with the powers. Today, we are talking about the host. We have peculiarities. That big line front, because of what Justice Mama Nato did, the injustice is this. All the big line fronts, we are talking about the EHO, from EOSU, EHOWA, to Biapan, to Hafia, to all the areas. You saw the clashes, you saw the humanitarian, effort. If you don't have a capable hand, to make sure that all those things are readdressed, the problem keeps recurring. Today, I thank the governor on the efforts we are making to make sure that the EOSU community, Obimba, Amachi, and all those are completely resettled. Go there today and see the enormous work, we are doing. So we don't have a lot of challenges. Those invaded and all those who have not seen. So my idea and my vision, I want to assure that where we have started.
All right, Honorable, your time is up. Thank you very much. Your time is up. Thank you very much. All right, at this junction, we will take another break, and when we return, the candidates will have the opportunity to sell themselves for 3 minutes. It is the Abia State Election Debate Day 2.
On Abia State Election Debate, coming up on Wednesday, 16th of January 2019, is the Isialangwa North and South Federal Constituency for the House of Representatives. Lady Blessing Uwoma Nwokenea of the All Progressives Congress, Bishop Nwakpa of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Oracle Chukwudi of the Social Democratic Party, and Darlington Nwokocha of the People's Democratic Party will slug it out by 3 p.m. live on the partnering media houses, Flow 94.9 FM, Buzz 89.7 FM, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM, Abia Fact Online TV, and all platforms under Online Practitioners Media Association of Nigeria, Abia State Chapter. Stay tuned.
2019 elections will hold on February 16 and March 2nd, 2019. The election is another opportunity to elect leaders at state and national level. Nigerians, your vote is your choice to exercise that power. Do not sell your vote. Do not sell your conscience. Go out on election day and vote. Vote wisely and protect your vote. Say no to electoral malpractice. Say no to violence. Make your vote count.
This message is brought to you by Abia State Election Debate Team.
Everybody na joke. Unukwewo. Ihe chiwa. Unukwewo. Isu maman. Abamoye rubi. Maman. Ututwezama. Unukwewo. Arokibo maman. Ohofu di meze. Unuche. Unukanu. SDP. Progress. Arokibo. Ogaherole. Ahotu meze. Ogaherole. The big builder, the man of the people. Chasen katakani geso na SDP ebeseri nyocha Jesus na kwado chasen katakani geso bekai pinyaka ebeseri nyocha Jesus chasen katakani geso na SDP ebeseri nyocha Jesus onekai geso chasen katakani geso bekai pinyaka ebeseri nyocha Jesus na SDP Social Democratic Party.
Yes, so Naija for life. Time don't reach when you go carry your hand, go up. Then you vote for the correct person wey go come outside for inside state and the national election. Stand up so that they go count your vote and that your votes go cause better change. Stop to the complain. Make sure say you go vote. This time everybody must come outside. Whether you be old pile, you be old mille. As long as say you don't reach 18 years, go up. INEC officials they don't train people so that no matter anything where they for inside your body, you go still go vote. This time around, you no go vote. Say we they go vote, they go fight for them, go cause begil. This country now real better country, and all great people way better like you, knife full inside. For this one, we go agree, go stand together, go put person when it be say go really be better leader for inside the nation. This one now your job, make you take votes well. All right, this message so now the Abia State Election Debate Group. Now then I they torchlight you. Don't hear am.
Jehovah Jireh, my provider, Chimamanda.
Nyome merunu na constituency a Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. Jehovah ezetelunu onye yemaka. Jehovah zawune ekpere. Osuwe kunu sinoru we puo. Unu ge sinoru we puo. Oru ndi ekwu ozo eme ozo. Oru ndi soro okwu ọnụ ma esolo mumem. Dr. Steve Ochomma bụ onye nke Chineke họpụtara ịgara ndị Aruchukwu Ohafia ozi a. Ọ bụ onye ga-aga na ntụziaka nke eziokwu n'ime mmụọ. Ọ ga-aga na ntụziaka nke onye kwuo uche ya. Votu ịtụnyere Dr. Engineer Steve Ochomma bụ votu maka ọdịmma nke Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. Ọ ga-eme ka ụgwọ ụlọ akwụkwọ belata. Ọ ga-enyekwa ụmụ ntorobịa ọrụ. Tụnyere Dr. Steve Ochomma votu gị 2019 maka mmepe na mwuli obodo Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. Tụnyere UPP. Bịanye aka gị ebe sere agụ. Jesus bụ agụ na-eche mba.
Vote, not fight. Election, no be war. The 2019 election will soon be conducted. Voters, candidates, and their supporters, as well as the general public, are required to ensure that the elections are peaceful and rig-free. Shun do-or-die politics, violence, thuggery, snatching of electoral materials, or disruption of voting process at the polling unit, or any malpractices that may mar the conduct of the elections. Do not attempt to vote more than once, or harass any voter or any election official. Let us accept the election results with the spirit of sportsmanship. It is our collective duty to make the election peaceful and successful. INEC, making your vote count, consolidating our democracy.
This message is brought to you by Abia State Election Debate Team.
Welcome back. It is still the Abia election debate, day 2, and today we are having the debate for Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal Constituency. It is broadcast live on Flow 94.9 FM Umuahia, Buzz 89.7 FM Aba, Vision Africa Radio 104.1 FM Umuahia, Abia Facts Online TV, and all platforms under the Online Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, UMPAN Abia State Chapter.
And of course, we do have 3 candidates participating in this one, although letters were sent out to candidates of this particular federal constituency, but only 3 candidates obliged. And we have the candidate of the United Progressive Party, UPP, Steve Ochoma, Honorable Uko Nkole of the People's Democratic Party, and also Charles Nkata of the SDP. Now, candidates, it is time for you to sell yourselves. And you have 3 minutes to do this. We will start with the candidate of the United Progressive Party, UPP, Steve Ochoma.
I want to tell our people, my people, that I'm the man for this message. I'm the man for this errand. What stands me out amongst every one of us is the fear of God, profound fear of God, and the love for the people. Aruchukwu Ohafia people need an empathetic leader, a servant who will go for them, a person that will go for them for their well-being and not necessarily for his pocket and that of his friends and family. As you all know, somebody was talking about here, the incumbent was talking about voting for PDP, PDP, PDP. Now, PDP have been in power in Aruchukwu Ohafia Federal House for the past 20 years, and what have they got to show? At the best, you can score them 20%. And 20% is not good enough. Now, the United Progressive Party, UPP, has a manifesto that I'm going to follow, because if you're a good party man, for you to identify with a particular party, there must be something that endears the party to you. So I'm going to follow the manifesto of UPP. I'll be sponsoring a lot of bills in the 4 years for the betterment of our constituency. The bill for to amend the National Assembly Commission, Population Commission, to include state of origin, ethnic origin, and religion in our population count or details. And I'm also going to sponsor bills to upgrade the quality of education. We're also going to sponsor bills to bring down the cost of governance or politicking. I strongly believe that we're not doing the right thing at the moment. In my former party, we have to spend 2.5 million to obtain a form, and somebody wakes up overnight and said we are not cleared. Cannot be the system that will produce the best for us. We will sponsor bills to make sure that vote buying is minimized, and that the necessary prohibitions are placed on it. We are going to make sure that at any party primary, people vote their conscience in a free and fair election, and not where people will be coerced to vote for a particular candidate, or people will be induced to vote for a particular candidate. We are going to be sponsoring bills to make sure that anybody that is found culpable will face the appropriate sanctions. Now, we're also going to be sponsoring bills for women equality, in participation in governance and in employment. Specifically in Aruchukwu Ohafia, like I said, there's about 9.74 million that accrues to a member of the House every month. I believe that the people have got a share in that money, because if you're a representative of the people, they are sending you there to represent their interests. So I don't see the reason why that part of that money should not be
thank you very much.
Made available to the people. And also by way of zonal intervention fund, we're going to make sure that everything that's supposed to come to our people gets to our people.
Of the UPP. Now let's move over to the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Uko Nkole.
Yeah, thank you so much. Mine is just a way of reassuring my people. All of them, what they have just said is that they will do. Yes. But me, I have done. I have said what I have done, and man, I'm going to do more. And even before I became a House of Representatives, I said it, I reinstated the Murray Bridge when it fell. I didn't wait, for me to be elected to the House of Representatives. I gave a lot of people jobs, when I was not even a House of Representatives. He said, so what I'm saying now, what is different today is that the blend of the power I have today, a lot of the intensity of job, which none of them can controvert, the federal constituency is enormous. They pass through Bende Road and they know how good it is today. And the quality of service that is rendered, they did that to Ohafia, because the problem we have is about attracting the federal government presence, which has not been so. Talk about water, talk about education, talk about employment, talk about human capacity development. All of them are there, and we need to increase more. And like I say, today is a holistic approach. It's not a shortcut. There is no short end to what we're talking about. What we're talking about, we are talking about PDG. Before 2015, kerosene was sold at 15 naira. How much was fuel? These are things that people use on daily basis. How much was a bag of rice? Look at the millionaires of the herdsmen. We are talking about economy. There is hunger in the land. It was because of change of government. Today, our economies are destroyed. Our mothers can't go to farm. That is with their own source of income. So we're talking about a government that will be sensitive to the people. We're talking about people, a government that will reinforce the security of life and property. We're talking about a government that will create wealth. That is the function of the executive arm. So that is why I always hammer. I say, PDP was bad, but 2015 to today, we have known what is happening. So that is why we are talking about having a policy. Who are the policy makers? Who drive, who implement, even the bills and motions. Motions they are moving, the bills they are making, we implement them. That is why you have to have a sane and a responsible government at the executive arm. If you don't have it, whatever you are doing at the executive arm cannot come to life. We know what we are struggling to make sure that my competence takes to bear because I have worked in the executive, having rose to Secretary Presidential Committee of International Affairs of an institute, having been Secretary Interdepartmental, most of these CAMTech, most of these directors were my colleagues. And even up to today, with my oversight function, it gives me power, it gives you an edge. That is where your powers, you have to realize your powers. What are you going to do? The powers you are seeking for, what are you going to use it for? I sympathize with my brother is talking about 9.something million naira. Well, when your time comes, when you get to the House of Representatives or the National Assembly, you understand better. You say, I want you to go to National Wages and Salaries Commission to properly get informed and not because they are trying to go to the House of Representatives. I want to educate you. Don't use the motion.
No personal attack, please. Try as much as possible to make the conversation issue-based.
What I want you to understand, there are laws of this. I know it's not a banana republic.
All right, your time is up. Thank you very much, Honorable Uko Nkole of the People's Democratic Party. Now, let's move over to the candidate of the SDP, Charles Nkata.
Thank you very much. There's this saying, I'm sure you all know, Vox Populi, Vox Dei. The voice of the people is the voice of God. And I'm saying, I have traversed the nooks and crannies of my constituents. I have seen hunger in their faces. I have seen deprivation. I have seen expectation to do things differently. And I'm saying, I am the person that they should use. They should send me. I understand the way things, I have lived in Abuja. I understand the dynamics of public sector, the way it is in Abuja. I don't need to be in the executive arm to make the Minister of Works or Minister of Water Resources or Minister of Health do something for my constituency. No, I don't need to. But interpersonal relationships, I could get them. I mean, with some kind of arrangement, the devil can even see God. You know, that's the way this thing is. During sometime last year, I sponsored about 500 people in NDDC skill acquisition. Nobody is sponsoring me. I came out to serve the people. And I'm saying, you know, there's this thing in the Bible that says, I know where what needs to be done can be done. I know where it can be obtained. I know how it can be obtained. All that is, there's a lacuna is just for my people to send me. All I'm just saying, send me. I am capable. I count myself as first 11. I have experience. You can't give what you don't have. I have worked in a structured system, and the records are there. Banking sector is a structured system where integrity speaks for you. I've never been to police. I have never been to EFCC except I went to bail somebody. So there's, you know, let my people just send me. Let me go and work for them. I'm not a hungry man, and I'm saying, let me just go there and work for my people. I am interested in improving the quality of life of my people. That's why I'm asking that they should send me to National Assembly. They should vote for SDP come February 16th. They should vote for SDP, vote for integrity, and send Charles Nkata to National Assembly. Thank you.
Okay. We've come to the end of today's debate as it concerns Arochukwu Hafia Federal Constituency. Presentation of certificates will be at the end of the debate proper.
Definitely, for electorates, the ball is now in your court. Particularly for people of Arochukwu-Ohafia constituency, the Abia election debate team still maintains that only incompetent candidates will not debate. You deserve the right to know the plans of those you intend to elect as your representatives. And to that effect, later today, by 3 p.m., we shall be having the debate for Isialangwa North and South Federal Constituency. And we shall be having Lady Blessing Uwoma-Nwokenaya of the All Progressive Congress, Bishop Nwamkpa of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, Oracle Chukwudinwala of the Social Democratic Party, and Darlington Nwokocha of the People's Democratic Party.
Well, the battle for the green chambers continues later. That's by 3 p.m. My name is Michael Oni.
And I am Ogochukwu Madumere, who could not have done this with our very industrious and hardworking crew, Mr. Emenike Irebu, Okandu Samuel Izuchukwu, Ugochukwu Nwankwo, Samson Eze, Bernardine Ehirim, Chigozie Isaac, Olarawaju, all platforms under the Online Media Practitioners Association of Nigeria, Abia State Chapter, Abia Facts Online TV, Stanley, Balls FM, Vision Africa Radio, and Flow 94.9 FM.
We will be back by 3 p.m. It will be the turn of Isiolanga North and South Federal Constituency. It is the Abia State Election Debate, Day 2.
On Abia State Election Debate, coming up on Wednesday, 16th of January 2019, is the Isialangwa North and South Federal Constituency for the House of Representatives. Lady Blessing Uwoma-Nwokenaya of the All Progressives Congress, Bishop Nwamkpa of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, Oracle Chukwudi of the Social Democratic Party, and Darlington Nwokocha of the People's Democratic Party will slug it out by 3